Hi, everybody. Well, I grew up in Haddonfield, New Jersey. And I lived in a commune in Vermont. I lived in a tree house in the Berkeley Hills. I even lived in Powell Village. But nothing prepared me for living in Camden, New Jersey. The neighbors, it was easy to remember their names because the kids had spray painted their names on the wall of my house. Obie, Dyken, Gut, and Mush. Well, when I would go out, they would go up to the third floor and they put a board across from their window to my window, and they'd crawl across and go shopping through my house. And, posters. I never knew what was going to be there when I came home. One time I went away for the weekend, and when I came back, the neighbor said, you know, they had a plug in your house to your electricity going to their house, and they used your electricity all weekend. I said, oh my God. So then another time, there was another guy living in my house, and I think they had a little argument, and a brick came flying through the window one night. So it was very interesting. And so one night, it was right after they took my typewriter, and I'm a writer, so that was really the last straw. So I was upstairs and tired. I'd run a 5K that day, and I went to sleep. I tried to go to sleep. It was around 11 o'clock. It was a real hot day in July, and they were all out front, and they were laughing and talking and playing music, and I was trying to sleep, and all the anger I'd been building up in me, and finally, I jumped out of bed. I go over to the window, I lift the screen, and I'm about to yell, shut the hell up, I'm trying to sleep. But when I opened my mouth, I said, do you kids want to go to a Phillies game? So a couple of weeks later, we're at the Phillies game. Obie and Dyken and behind, and we're out in center field, and all of a sudden I look behind me, and these two humongous bouncers from the Phillies organization are behind us. Here, the kids have dumped sodas over. I didn't even see them do it, but they had dumped sodas over, and we got escorted out of the stadium. Well, things did get a little better after that. The sister Mush invited me over to a birthday party, and she knew that we had the same birthday, so they invited me over, and there was a cake that said "Happy Birthday Mush" and "Happy Birthday Rocky." So I was really touched by that, and but still things would disappear. So Mrs. Sumter was going to move up to Willingboro, and she gave the house to Gut, her oldest son. Well, Gut couldn't keep up the payments, tax payments, and he didn't want anybody else to have the house, so he torched the house. Luckily, it didn't burn the rest of the block down. And then, was that the bell?
Keep going.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So anyway, when we left, when I came home, I saw they had left, and I saw my refrigerator was gone. So a couple of weeks later, I went to visit Miss Sumter in Willingboro, and I looked. She said, "You want a soda?" And I looked. I said, "That looks like my refrigerator." But it was painted a different color. So anyway, I didn't want to say anything because I don't know. I said goodbye to Miss Sumter, and we hugged, and several weeks later, or 6 months later, I don't know how long it was, but Miss Sumter passed away. And And I wound up at the Carl Miller Funeral Home in front of a sea of brown faces, reading a poem for her memory. And after that, I'd be in Camden and in the schools and stuff, and I would see Mush's kids, and they would go up, run up to me and say, Uncle Rocky, how you doing? And the other kids would say, how can he be your uncle? He's white. And the little girl would stand up and say, he is too my uncle. And I would say goodbye, and I'd walk away, and I would wonder how I could have become so rich in the poorest city in America.